Today is a very, very important day for all African women. Did you know that before the OAU, the Organization of African Unity, was formed, African women already led the way? In other words, this is why Africa owes its backbone to her stories, not necessarily his story. Do you want to know why? Stick along with me to the end of this video. Before men founded the OAU, African women had already gathered, united, and organized the first Pan-African Women's Conference. That was as far back as 1962. While the brothers were still deliberating, the sisters were already building, as they always do. If you want to know more, it is time for a mindset shifting affirmation. Take a deep breath. I am from the lineage of women who don't wait for doors to open. We build the entire house. I honor the wombs that birth revolutions and the hands that cradle nations. Today, I remember, I rise, I reclaim. Now, how about you? If that resonates with you, take a deep breath. So on this day, the 31st of July, Africa Women's Day, we salute the bold and audacious foremothers who in 1962 gathered in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, then called Tanganyika, for the very first Pan-African Women's Conference. These were not just meetings, they were movements. While African men were still in deep talks about founding the Organization of African Unity, our women, our mothers, the matriarchs of this continent had already united across language, border, and ideology, formed the African Women's Organization, the seed that will later become the Pan-African Women's Organization. That was on this day, 63 years ago. Now let's name them, because names carry power. We salute you, our Keita from Mali. And we greet you, Potus Apollos from Namibia, Bibi Titi Mohammed from Tanzania. We can't do this without saying respect. And Jean Cissé Martin from Guinea, respect. Elizabeth Domitian, our very first ever African female Prime Minister, we salute you. And all those other women who rallied together with you in Dar es Salaam, whose names I have not mentioned here, you are not forgotten. We stand on your shoulders. We honor you on this day. These were not background supporters. These were architects of freedom, your liberation and mine. They were freedom fighters, organizers, midwives of liberation. They moved across borders, French, English, Portuguese-speaking nations, and built unity where there had been fragmentation. These women addressed the real challenges: colonial hangovers, poverty, patriarchy, education, land, healthcare, and power. Not as theory, but as lived fire. And you know what? A year later, in 1963, the Organization of African Unity was formed, the OAU, now called the AU. But let records show that women moved first. African women moved first. So today, we don't just commemorate, we continue. We don't just light candles, no, we pass the torch. And if you're hearing this, maybe you were born to be a torchbearer yourself. If this resonates with you, take a deep breath for another mindset shifting affirmation. I am my foremothers' wildest liberation plan. I walked in the footprints of fire and water. I honor the past by rising fully in the now. I am here. I am we. I am home. Take a deep breath. Now here is your call to action. If this leads something in you, then let's walk this path together. The Home is Power journey begins this August with a powerful 4-path webinar series. The link is in my bio and in the description box of this video. I also offer 8 coaching and mentorship bundles designed to help you rise, reroute, and reimagine your life from a place of power and Africanness. And for those of you who want to know the names, the faces, and the legacy, make sure to grab a copy of my book, 102 Trailblazers, a book I curated honoring African women in politics across Africa, Europe, and the Americas. This is not just content, people. This is not content. This is ancestral currency, and you're right in the middle of it. Follow, share, tag a sister who is ready to carry the flame, because remembering is a revolutionary act, and together we rise. Happy Africa Women's Day. Supreme Ashe. I am Anqueta. I'll see you in the next one.